channel. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a football journalist and I cover my boyhood club Sunderland for my local paper, The Echo. Basically, I'm paid to report on the club and bring you the news, which is a dream come true. But I'd also like to give YouTube a little go. I've been inspired by the likes of Michael Bowers, and this looks like a little bit of fun, so we're going to see where it goes. So yeah, thank you for joining me, and I'm excited to see where this takes us. In this first video, we're going to have a little look at Amad Diallo, his transfer situation, and what we know going forward. So Amad joined Manchester United a couple of years ago for big money. The package was thought to be around 34 million at the top end, but given his age, he was just a teenager at the time, and the sort of shambolic nature of Manchester United, Amad struggled for minutes really. He then went on loan to Rangers, as I'm sure you are all aware, where he didn't really set the world alight, but he still scored 3 times in 10 appearances. Then, at the beginning of last season, Sunderland signed Amad on a season-long loan, and he didn't really make an immediate impact until the Birmingham City game away from home, in which he scored a fantastic goal, which I'm sure you'll all remember as well. After that, Amad really got into his stride. He developed a really nice partnership with Patrick Roberts, and he loved working under head coach Tony Mowbray. His form was electric, and it helped fire Sunderland to the playoffs despite not really having a recognised striker, if you don't count Joe Gelhardt, who was brought in really to play behind Ross Stewart before Stewart was injured. Amad ended up scoring 13 league goals in 37 appearances as Sunderland lost to eventual promotion winners Luton Town in the playoff semi-finals over 2 legs. And as is the case with loan players, after that, Amad returned to Manchester United at the end of that season. Now, this is where the fun begins. Sunderland were heavily linked with a move to bring Amad back to the Stadium of Light last summer, and the player was very open in his flirtations and desire to come back to Wearside, and said as much on social media. However, as we know with Sunderland, nothing is ever simple, and Amad suffered an injury during pre-season playing for Manchester United. Now, actually, it's my understanding that Sunderland was still keen for Amad to come back to the club despite the injury, and offered to loan the player anyway so he could continue his rehab at the Academy of Light. Manchester United, though, declined. Amad remained at Old Trafford, and he's now returned from his knee injury. He came off the bench in the Premier League against Nottingham Forest under Erik ten Hag at the end of December, a game in which Manchester United lost. However, somewhat surprisingly, Amad wasn't named in United's squad to face Wigan Athletic in the FA Cup this week, which prompted speculation that he could be on the move again. However, it was confirmed after the game that the player was just missing with an illness. So, where does this all leave us, you ask? Well, it is understood that Sunderland would definitely be interested in Amad's return to the Stadium of Light, and they do actually have a few factors in their favour. So, the two clubs do enjoy a decent relationship and have done business in recent seasons over Amad and backup goalkeeper Nathan Bishop. To add to that, Sunderland handled Amad really well last time that he was on loan, which will have pleased bosses at United. And Sunderland do have a good reputation for advancing and handling young players well at the moment. Another factor, Sunderland can offer game time and lots of it. Amad will be able to play every week for Sunderland, which will aid his development, help him become a better player, and again please the bosses at United. The player, it seems, would certainly be open to a move back to Sunderland, given the bond he's developed with Sunderland fans. Sunderland fans were very fond of Amad, and I think Amad was pretty fond of Sunderland fans as well. Now, as with any transfer, on the flip side, there are a few factors against Sunderland. With Manchester United struggling, Ten Hag may want to keep Amad at Old Trafford. You know, think back to the Ellis Sims situation at Everton last season with Sean Dyche. And if Amad is allowed to leave, he may be loaned to a different club who may be able to offer more money in terms of covering his wages and a potential loan fee. There is a possibility as well that a club from a top European league might come in and be able to offer the chance for Amad to play at a higher level in the Championship. The other important factor is that Tony Mowbray is no longer at Sunderland after being replaced by Michael Beale last year. Mowbray and Amad were very close. Mowbray has now gone to Birmingham. So that could come into play too when the player is making his decision. Now, there is a common misconception that I've seen on social media that Amad worked under Beale at Rangers and that the pair didn't get on. That's not the case. Amad didn't work under Beale at Rangers. Beale had actually left Rangers by the time that Amad had arrived. So, with all that in mind, do you think Sunderland will sign Amad Diallo again during the January transfer window? Should Sunderland be looking to sign Amad Diallo during the transfer window? Is there other positions where Sunderland need to target before looking at Amad? Let me know what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And thank you for watching, Sunderland fans.